What creates big moves on a daily basis is news, and within that, certain kind of a news is tradable kind of a news. And one news which can lead to a big move is earning surprises. Earning surprises are like the most common thing which happens 4 times in a year. When the earning season, like it is currently going on, when a company comes out with earnings, a very good example of that today is Moderna, right? Here, if you see, Moderna today made 16% move, right, and a 16% move. And why did this move happen? Because Moderna had an earning surprise. Okay, so if you see, and if you see Moderna here, what happened was Moderna came out with earnings, and that earnings, besides it announced share repurchase and all, but it reported 5.24, and the expectation was for $4.55. And also on revenue, the expectation was 4 billion, and it had 4.7 billion. So as a result of that, what happens is if the stock is not rallying into that earnings, if this is a surprise, then it makes a move. Just plain earning surprises can be very profitable if you trade them uh, with a systematic approach to finding them. Another example of that is NFAs. Now, if you look at NFAs on this particular day, NFAs had an earning surprise, right? And that day it went up 17%, and since then, so from the this thing, the stock is up already 35%. And why is it up 35%? Again, if you look at NFAs, and if you see on that earnings day, it had an earning surprise, right? NFAs, if you see a couple of days ago, reports 1.07, consensus was 84 cents. So that is a big beat as a result, and it also guided higher. As a result of that, the stock made a move, right? The stock made a big move. Or if you want to see like what earning surprise can do, look at Jack. You see Jack, which went up 50% plus on earnings day itself, right? And now, why is this stock made this kind of a big move, and then and it has gone up again after that? Is again because of the earning surprise. If you see earning surprise on Jack Pacific, the expectation was for a loss of 53 cents, and it comes out with the earnings which was $2.10. So how can you really make money from this earning surprise? It's very systematically you can find these kind of opportunities every day. Like I got into Jack Pacific a couple of days ago, Phase. Today I got into Moderna. And the way to look at it, to do it, is to go through the list of stocks which had earning surprises every day after the close or before the market open, and then keep looking at five, okay, keep researching the one which are like had a, a sideways move prior to the earning, which were not rallying into the earnings. Enough is, if you look at it, was going sideways for a long period of time before the earnings, like almost for a year, year and a half, the stock was like or 8 months, the stock was not really made any progress. And then it had an earning surprise, and then suddenly stock makes 30%. If you look at Moderna today, prior to the earning surprise, what happened? Stock hasn't made a move, or was in a was going here, right? And for almost 10 months, and then even coming into the earnings, it had not really it was not really rallying into the earnings, and that's when earnings surprise works. So in order to do this, the simplest way to do this is to like just go whichever news service you use. You can use a news service and look for everything which is like an earnings, and go through earnings. One of the ways in which you can filter this, if you are into using one of these kind of fly, is to just take out all the other news and just focus on earnings news. And when you focus on earnings news, you can find these stocks very easily, right? Basically, and you'll see earnings only. And once you do that, what it is going to do is it's only going to say you um, just earnings, right? And then you can go through this and see where there is a big earnings. And bunch of stocks today had big earnings beat, and if they were not rallying into that earnings, they had a sideways pattern, then you will see that those stocks can make a big move tomorrow. So this is a systematic way in which you can find it, right? These kind of stocks. The other way to find it is to go and basically go to this. I just want to put my setting back to where they are, otherwise like there will be like this thing. So you go to earnings report, ZAX, and when you go to ZAX, what you can do is like go to the earnings, look for earnings releases, and under earning releases make this 100 so that like you're not really struggling through, and then you can see surprise. So here, these are stocks where the estimate was for 10 cents loss, it made 13 cents. So you can individually go and start researching those stocks, and if how they react in afterwards also tells you what is likely to happen next day, and based on that you can find trades, and those trades can be very exclusive. Sometimes those trades can last for weeks, months, and the stock can continue to rally for quarters. Sometimes like one earning surprise starts a rally in which lasts for a year. So surprise is very good. Whenever the market is surprised by a new kind of information, and this happens in other ways also, like if you see biotechnology stocks, if they come out with a data which was surprisingly better than what the market expected, then they take off. It's a very common catalyst on biotechnology stocks. Or like when companies which are retail companies, if they come out with same store sales which they come out every month, and if the same store sales are surprisingly better than what the market expected, then a rally starts. So anything which is a surprise can be good or bad for the market. And if you make systematic effort to find surprises, then you can capture a lot of these explosive 20, 30, 40, 50, at times 100% moves by just having a very systematic half an hour of kind of an approach to going through every earning surprise, and then researching them and finding the one which has a sideways move for a long period of time, like I shown you for Inaphase or for Moderna today, and profit from them. So look for surprises. This is a very profitable strategy, and you can build an entire trading career around looking for